morning, Youth in Government. This is your morning anchor, Diane Lake, from East Valley Family YMCA delegation, reporting here with your Y Wake Up Morning News. Today, we'll be covering several topics. Our first topic, how political parties spend their money. We'll also be covering a topic on the Sacramento dress code and the ear-splitting construction that's taking place at the Hyatt Hotel. We'll start things off with our report on how political parties spend their money. There's a wide range of publicity and supplies that these parties could be using their money for. And this report is not only how much money the political parties get, but how exactly they use these funds. We sent out Angela and Evan to find out.
Every conference, political parties are given a limited amount of money. It's up to parties to decide which form of promotion is the best and how much they're willing to spend. Each political party chooses the best form of promotion for their political party.
Well, for one, we're going to have a dance hosted by our youth governor candidate tomorrow at 10:15 in one of the ballrooms of the Hyatt Regency. And that's going to be really fun. Our candidate's going to be DJing. We're going to have some games to play. Probably another Dougie Off. That was a really big hit at Bob 2. So we're hoping to get people having fun, and also we want them to be able to hang out with the candidates and kind of get to know them on a personal level. Otherwise, we want everyone to know that our candidate worked a lot with repealing Prop 8 and actually had a really big part in that effort. So we want everyone to know what part he played and how important that is to him, because I know it's an important issue to California.
Well, the Slumber Party has a lot of exciting things going on. For our Secretary of State and Youth Governor candidates this afternoon, we're going to be doing a pillow fight with the candidates during lunch. And so during everyone's lunch hour, we're going to have an informal pillow fight and meet the candidate session for people to get involved in a competitive way and have a conversation with them informally in the Convention Center lobby. And then later tonight, during the social event, which is a hypnotist, we're going to be having our Slumber Party dance crew performing a special number for the event tonight, and also our candidates will be there for conversation and any questions that people have, and then throughout the day tomorrow we're going to also be endorsing them like that. Our Secretary of State candidate has a signature bow tie look that he always wears, and so we have our Go With The Bow slogans to endorse him in that way, and our candidates keep it very classy, and so that's what we're doing to endorse them.
Our next promotional, ideas in Sacramento, since we only have 2 days left, there's a few surprises up our sleeve, so we don't want to give everything away, but we have a cool luncheon for our youth governor candidate. The first 3 guys that bring our youth governor candidate a rose and a love poem are in the running to have a date with our youth governor candidate, which is a really interesting idea, because we'll see who's the artsiest, who can win the heart of our youth governor candidate, and hopefully we can go from there. And then we also have the Yin Yang Band, which is going to be the most incredible music experience the entire program has ever seen. And so this is Brooke. She's ahead of this amazing project, and she's going to talk to you about it.
What we want to do is we want to create a band of people who are into music, advisors, delegates, anyone who's into music to come out, bring any instruments that they brought, and just perform. We're going to have some special judges, and it's tonight and tomorrow night. We're doing at 10 o'clock during the dance and the hypnotist, I believe. We're going to have auditions, and we just want to put together a band and just put on a sick performance, just put on a surprise performance for delegates.
Also, our political party, I believe, is the only one with an Instagram account, Twitter account, so and a Snapchat. So if you want to send us some pictures, got to keep it Y appropriate. But send us your stuff, and
it's Party, one word. Party.
Yeah, and so you can look for clues, you can look for hints, and we're gonna keep things really exciting for everybody.
My promotional plans for the next few days, definitely trying to be as outrageous as possible. Obviously we have this big poster, and just really supporting our governor candidate. I've gone down to the main restaurants, down the main street. I don't know what that street is, I forget. But kind of getting some advertisement there, trying to work with the page program to get page notes out. I'm trying a lot of different ideas with my staff, just in general, to think of new ideas that we haven't seen before. I mean, we've seen this before, but it was just really awesome, so I wanted to do it this year. we have this like sectioned off like house party area. This is pretty cool. People are getting attention to it, and basically, I also made little business cards. Little business cards, and they're pretty cool. I do believe the wall was worth the amount of money I spent on it, because I mean, it cost me a lot of money, imaginary money, but in the end, like a lot of the YNG delegates enjoyed like writing their own little piece on the wall. It's main, like everyone can see it, like, so it really gets the point across. So I definitely think it was worth it.
Thanks for that insight, Angela and Evan. And now to our next report, which can sometimes be a controversial topic, but we can all agree that everyone looks classy in their Sacramento attire. However, the Sac attire dress code can be quite strict, and others are always complaining and frustrated and always trying to find their way around the rules. So we sent out Lexi to give us a whole Sac report.
Sac attire is a big deal here. It's a constant buzz about what's in code, what's not in code, and who looks the best. Whether it's a classy tie or some killer heels, Sacramento has a variety of styles. Today I'm going to talk with a few officials along with some delegates to learn more about code and what's in style this year. I'm here with two of the trendiest advisors, Ashley Wagner and Rachel Axelrod, to let us know a little bit more about code and style here at SAC. What do you think is one of the most important codes at Sacramento?
I would say for girls, nylons. Also making sure that your blouse goes to your elbows, and if it doesn't, you need to have a cardigan or coat over it.
I would definitely agree with that, Rachel. I think staying classy is key here in Sacramento. If Hillary Clinton wouldn't wear it, you probably shouldn't either.
All right. What do you think is the code that's broken the most?
Oh, that's easy. The code I would say that's broken the most, skirt length. The skirt length, I mean, it's got to be just above your knees, really. And you know, when you're ready in the morning, sometimes you're looking in the mirror and it looks long enough. Once you start walking, hikes up a bit. You got to be really careful of that. That's all part of keeping it classy.
Also, with the skirts, if you have a slit in a skirt, it can't be more than 3 inches up. So that's another really important thing about skirt length.
It was seen that after joint convention, advisors were looking for delegates out of code. As advisors, are you asked to look for delegates that aren't in code?
Absolutely. As advisors, it's just part of our job, part of our role to make sure that people are in code at all times. We're not seeking people out, but if we do see someone that's out of code, we tell them they have to go to their room and change. It's not a big deal, but it's just part of our job.
Right, definitely. We're always on the prowl. It's important that we maintain the spirit of the code and of the conference and keeping it classy all the time. So, like, I would agree with what Rachel said.
I'm here with fellow delegate Taylor. She's the perfect example of being in code. She's got her sweater on that goes past her elbows. She's got pants on, and with her pants, she's got nylons. Taylor, what do you think's a must-have item for SAC?
Definitely a cardigan because it keeps you warm, but it's still a light cover.
Thanks for joining us, Taylor.
You're welcome.
I'm here with two delegates, Chris and Anthony, who are in perfect SAC attire. They've got their blazers, their ties, their pants, their shoes, and socks so you can't see any of their skin. Also, what do you guys think is the biggest trend at SAC this year?
I mean, throughout the guys I've seen a lot of bow ties and more of like a business casual look rather than more of a formal look.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
It's like I've seen less blazers and like full-on suits and more of slacks and like the collared shirt with a tie and then you put a sweater over it or a cardigan, because I feel like it's more comfortable for people than to be wearing this kind of like short padded shoulder and kind of stiff suit.
All right, thank you. I'm here with Delegate Jamie. Jamie, what do you think is the #1 trend at SAC this year?
I'm noticing a lot of girls are wearing really cute blazers. A lot of them are wearing the pastel colors. Also, a lot of girls are wearing bows, and those are really cute to kind of add a little something extra to an outfit.
Some of their own style.
Yeah, I really like that.
And what do you like about dressing up in SAC attire?
I really like to dress classy, and I think it's really great for the future, learning how to dress professionally with job interviews and also just for your future career in general.
I'd have to agree. Thanks for joining us, Jamie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lexi. Our last report is on the construction taking place at the Hyatt Hotel. We've all seen all the construction workers and all of their big heavy tools, and it's been reported that this construction has been quite loud, and at one point it actually smelled quite putrid. We've sent out Chris to find out what exactly this construction is and why it's here. Take it away, Chris.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get you any closer to this inside scoop of the construction project
However, we were able to talk to General Manager Scott Vandenberg for all the details. He claims it to be a very necessary repair to the plumbing of the bar. He says that they are using a very cost-effective and efficient method called pipe bursting. He says this is because tremendous amounts of acid get washed down the pipes day in and day out from the liquor and juices. He says that it is no coincidence that it is happening the week while thousands of delegates are in their sessions. He says that we won't be bringing in revenue due to the fact that we are underage. They hope to open Saturday for the rest of the guests.
Thanks, Chris. Hopefully the construction doesn't disrupt anything important here at Sacramento this weekend. In other breaking news, in regards to the story about Max Bouvry and his position as NIC chair, several facts were misconstrued, but I'm here to tell it to you straight. Yesterday, Max Bouvry was delayed on his way to session because he was swarmed by eager delegates asking him questions about his campaign. And of course, like any good candidate put in that position, he was obliged to answer. However, the YMCA staff misunderstood his delay and sent in a substitute to take over his sessions for the day. But rest assured that Max Bouvry is back as NIC chair today, and he continues to campaign his heart out. With your Y Wake Up Morning News, this is your morning anchor Diane Lake, signing out.